One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Gauranga, welcome everybody. Here we are again. Gauranga.
Purchase your tracks today.
Living on Gauranga's mercy. Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Beats by SV.com.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, Ranga, go.
Purchase your tracks today.
Beats by SV.com.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna. Oh, Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Purchase your tracks today.
Sweet in the
Beats by SV.com.
Purchase your tracks today.
Beats by SV.com.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Purchase your tracks today.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda.
Beats by SV.com.
Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga. Oh, Krishna, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda.
OGEbeats.com.
Hare Krishna. Krishna. Oh my Lord Krishna. Oh my Lord Krishna. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, oh my Lord Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, my Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna. Oh my Lord Krishna. Oh my Lord Krishna. Radha. Hare Krishna. Oh my Lord Krishna, you're full of surprises.
Beats by SV.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna.
Purchase your tracks today.
Oh my Lord, Krishna, Hare Hare, poor Tom. Oh Krishna, oh Ranga.
Beats by SV.
Oh my Lord, oh Ranga, Sri Krishna, Caitanya, Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Naradhar, Sri Vasari, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare. Oh. Shri Krishna.
Purchase your tracks today.
Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, Gauranga, 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 Ooh. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. I can't take more of that, any more of that guy. Hare Krishna. Jai Jai Sri Caitanya. Jai Nityananda. She is doing okay. Oh man. Unbelievable, man. Isn't Krishna's full of surprises, you know, Lord Chaitanya. This is what a path. It's not just verses on the page, you know, that those who are the real followers are sustained by the mercy of Lord Caitanya. This is the mercy of Lord Caitanya. Yeah. See, this tree is very specific. The Lord came and brought this tree that we see here. This is a revival of that tree. That's how, where do you see this, man? This is so unique. I've never seen it in any of the Sanghas. Not this kind of bhakti. They're all imagining what it would be like. That's the problem. They're imagining, because it has to come as it really comes, you know. And here, we're the introduction of it. If they don't, whoever doesn't accept it, they just don't get it, man. Because it's here, it's in this form here. You know, we're carrying that form. We carry the scent of Lord Chaitanya's special mercy to the world at this time. Okay? So it's just like when Paul's preaching, you know, oh, you Jews, you know, it's like, oh, you Vaishnavas, you don't want this? We'll go to the regular people and we'll give it to Amy and give it to Fanny, whoever will accept. Yeah. So that's shaking the dust off the feet, you know. Ooh, Lalita called them pigs. Oh, wow. What a chastisement. Oh, that Dieter would be humbled by that word, pig. That's what you are. You don't accept the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. You're just a pig, man. You're stupid. You know, pigs, you know, they roll in dirt. That's all people doing. Without this mercy of Lord Chaitanya, you're just rolling in the dirt. You really, isn't it? You know, we're rolling in the bliss and the ecstasy and the Lord's grace and mercy, and He just gives us more every day. And they just, we're pigs, man. We roll in the dirt. We roll in the mud. And you can't get that mud off you unless you get the mercy of Lord Caitanya, which is here. Unbelievable. Right, Tom? Simple, huh? See, this you can just merge with, man. You know, this kind of potency, man. You know, and you could see when you merge with it, you don't want to merge with any of the other bullshit out there, you know. just relax into this one, man. You know? It was just an expression of yeah, that was great. It was great. I could just see Dieter's face now. The great poet couldn't even mention Krishna's name in his poetry, and he thought it was great. Yeah, unbelievable, man.
I told him nice material poem. Wait, he said he must make three.
Yeah, and then he said, well, let me revise it again. And then he revised it, and it was worse. And he didn't even mention once the name of Krishna. And he thought, wow, this is great poetry. And there is nothing, not even a conclusion, not even a speculation about Krishna consciousness. And this is the crazy world we're living in. Can you imagine, Amy? You know, these crazy people, and they think this is Krishna consciousness. And they want me to believe in their promotions of the gurus they promote. Then I go to his guru and find out, and he says, "Oh, you're only a guru if your lips never touched tea." Oh my God! What kind of, no wonder Christians think we're worshiping a false god. What kind of God is like that? Trying to promote they want another 2,000 years of Jagannath worship. Well, you got to have a Hindu body, man, to come into the temple. These are the kind of gurus they're generating, man. Idiots. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. No, I ain't sorry, man. Needs to be said. That's why people still, you know, they kill Jesus and then they build a tomb for him. That's what Jesus said. You kill the prophets and you build tombs for, oh, you're so great. Yeah, you can worship them from a distance because you can't take their truth. Just like now, they can't take this truth. You guys are all fools out there. Anybody who doesn't take the mercy of Lord Caitanya when it's here, you are talking less intelligent. That's not even a proper word for you. You know, you fool. Pigs. I was watching this movie called Mafia Mama, you know, and there were two clans fighting, you know, for control in Italy, you know. And they, you know, every time they mention the other clan, they go, and this other clan, and they did that to each other. That's like the Vaidhi Bhaktas on that side. We go, and those Vaidhi Bhaktas, and they're doing it to us. And they're going, oh, that Gaur-Hari's group, that Lord Chaitanya's amazing grace. Hey man, if they can do it, the medicine is a thorn plucking out thorns, man. Boring, man, completely boring, man. That's why we're just sharpening our pencils there, Lalita and I, and whoever Govinda, you know, it's just sharpen our pencils a little bit, keep them sharp, poke them a little bit with a sharp point. Oh, you insult me. Yeah, that's right, man. It's funny stuff, man. The whole thing, man. Yeah. See, this is the only way to get into this is you got to follow the path of bhakti. It's, you know, for the mercy of Lord Caitanya, okay, so you got to hear from the devotees, just like Krishna heard from Arjuna. But you're hearing even the most confidential things because we're in the line of Lord Caitanya. This isn't in Bhagavad Gita. We have to adjust Bhagavad Gita for this mercy of Lord Caitanya. You know, it was 5,000 years before the mercy, you know, special mercy. That's why, see, Krishna is not as merciful as Lord Caitanya, even though he's, you know, it's the same God. But it's what form does the Lord take? You know, what kind of pastimes is he doing? You know, here he was the most merciful pastimes, you know. Oh yeah, anybody will just come. It was kind of like just a continuation of Jesus. You know, whoever believed in Jesus, you know, got the Holy Spirit. See, and that was those 11. See, and then those who didn't catch it the first time around, they got a second chance with the disciples because they carried that spirit. It was given into them to carry on the way of the Spirit, you know, and that's why 5,000 came after that. Ye shall do greater things than I. See, so more people were added to the Spirit filled. That is okay. So there's that. Then Lord Caitanya comes, and the same procedure. The Lord Caitanya gave the Spirit, but he gave like in-depth knowledge, more knowledge. The association, not just fishermen, but the most illustrious devotees in all of the universes, with their consciousness, and that's what we have in their books. What's left after the Brahmins wiped their butts with it and lit fires. It's what they after the Goswamis left, people didn't believe in this stuff anymore. They didn't believe in their words. They became mundane. You know how I know? Because now these guys, they believe it's about some mundane varnashram thing. They don't believe in this kind of mercy of the Goswamis, this kind of ecstatic love. They don't believe in it. So they're basically wiping their butts with our. This is why Jesus said, you don't cast your pearls before swine and your food before dogs. Look, they trample on it. And this is the thing. Was doing this for years. I was preaching, this stuff, and I was saying every time I'd write something, I thought, boy, this is so beautiful. Thank you, Lord. And they spit on it. Just like that Dieter and that Carolina, that so-called ecstatic devotee. What kind of ecstasy she have? She's so inconclusive, and that's what they promote. They talk about us being sahaja. That's complete sahaja stuff. How dare you say you even have any ecstasy? Your consciousness and your realizations reflect that you don't have it. See, that's why these guys think they can promote. Oh yeah, you Narayan Raj and this Hare Krishna guy, the new Mahant of ISKCON, or and then you look at what they preach, full of speculations, full of the opposite of the things Prabhupada preaches. See, and these are the people that shows you Shamarani and a lot of these devotees. When they went over there to the Godbrother thing, because it was a Godbrother energy, man. Basically, they just, put Raganuga on the outside, but the inside is all Vaidhi. They don't have the power that's like here. And and they don't see this. None of them. Yeah. Get a little rant today, huh? Got to watch out. The more ecstasy you get, the bigger the rant sometimes. But, it's just, yeah. Godbrother energy is just basically, it's rules, regulate. It's Vaidhi Bhakti, man. And this is so high, this Bhakti that we carry here, that we are very privileged to share with the world, is so high that they don't know, but they want it so bad. They want to be the guru of it so bad, but they can't do it. None of them, Narayan Raj, the Radhakumbha, none of them could do it. Because the Lord chooses who he chooses and proves it. And they could never show it. They could never prove it. See? And they won't accept it. See, still stubborn. Yeah, that's why Paul said the same thing with these Jews, stubborn. And the same thing when Lord Caitanya was here. These people, these Vaidhis, were the last to go into the kingdom. And the same thing Jesus said, you Pharisees, you puffed up Brahmins, you puffed up sannyasis, puffed up with your big sticks. You're the last to go in. And the Amies and the Fannies go in first. Right? And this shows you, proves that the same God is here. The same devotion is here. Because that's its style. Always these puffed up Brahmins are the last to go in. Okay. That was Lord Caitanya, Krishnadas Kaviraj said the student community were the lowest among men. The student, the Vaishnavas, the ones who were chanting Hare Krishna, were the lowest. You guys, you should be humble. And I'm not exaggerating. I'll tell you why they're the lowest, because the Lord told them why the lowest. You can go from the lowest to the highest like an Amy, like a Fanny. They went from the lowest to the highest. See? But the lowest are those who don't receive the mercy of the Lord. They stay low. Okay? And the most resistant were the student community. They all and once you criticize the Vaishnavas who carry this mercy, you're blocking the door. You don't walk in the kingdom of God, and you block other people's way. Therefore, you're in the eyes of Lord Caitanya. I'm just going to tell the world the truth, and this is very true. This is right from the book, right from the mind of Lord Caitanya, man. You are the lowest person simply because you don't accept this amazing grace of Lord Caitanya to get prema bhakti in this life. Go on and follow your gurus who give you the benediction of many lifetimes before you'll get that prema that we're delivering now. And prove it. Ooh, what an attitude that is. Ooh, ooh. Peter would say, you're so arrogant. Yeah, you're right. My Lord is arrogant. If you don't understand that arrogance, and that arrogance is always to preach real bhakti, man. He was arrogant in his pastimes, in the early pastimes. Humbled sannyasis and so-called scholars. I challenge you with that same arrogance, man. I dare any one of you. You think you're an acharya, Dave? You get your little butt over here, and let's see how big of an acharya you are. Or you Hare Krishna Balaram, the guy that do the lips that never touch tea. You get your little ass over here. I'll show you what real truth is. You won't do it. None of you do it because you're scared, because you'll lose your titles. You'll lose everything. And you think you've lost something. You've lost nothing. I can't lose. Every day I win the Lord. Take everything material away, man. I still got the Lord, man. But take all they think is their opulences are their followers, their false followers, and their false prestige is their opulences. You know, they're clean pressed dhotis, they're big sticks. All their props are their wealth. It props them up. Yeah, you know what props us up here is the truth, man, and the spirit. It keeps us above water, man. The why is water. Pretty arrogant, huh? Yeah, you're right. Like father, like son. And then, you know, we have our different moods. See, they're very arrogant in ignorance. See, that's the opposite. See, they don't understand the full range of the devotees, man. They think they thought Advaita because he had this mood here is the way you would see Nityananda and Advaita at times. And you know what these common people think? They say, oh, they're in the mode of ignorance. See, they would think, oh, Gohar, he's in the mode of ignorance. See, they don't see. This is all used for Krishna, man. This is all used to preach Krishna consciousness. This is all used to preach devotional mellows. And that's one of them. How would anybody get into the pastimes of Lord Caitanya and not be able to understand the moods? All of the moods. Any mood you see in this world is the mood on the transcendental platform. It's just a distorted version here. It's just a dark reflection of that mood. Thorn plucking out a thorn. That's the meaning of that verse. A thorn plucking out a thorn. See, the thorns are the thorns of the material thorns, the reflection. Use a thorn, a transcendental thorn. Anger for Krishna. Arrogance for Krishna. See, pride for Krishna. To pluck out the material thorns. Sometimes. Depends. There are poor and unfortunate souls who do not accept this grace of Lord Caitanya. Yeah, so we do it, don't worry. The Lord has a plan. Okay, and we're a part of it. Isn't it nice? We have our place. The Lord has made a place for us in his scheme of things here, his lila. I'd rather be in this place than any other. I'd rather be in this part of the lila, man. All right. Okay. Enough ranting and raging here. I thought maybe this one time I would come out of this ecstasy nice and sweet. Nope.
We
Not
don't
a
want
chance.
you to come out that nice and sweet. We don't want you nice and sweet, Guru Maharaj. We want you to rant.
Really, you like this stuff?
Our Guru, that's our Guru. That's how we know you.
Isn't it amazing the mood swings, From this, and then roaring. I finally got used to it myself, I said, okay, just whatever you want to do, Lord, I don't care, just do it. I'll watch the replay. They go, if you hear a sound in the background, it's the water, man. I got the water pipes they're making all kinds of weird noises. So I have to turn it on, otherwise the pipes are going to burst or something, Okay. All right, let's see here. I'll give you the link here, everybody. Nectar Muna, Lord Caitanya here. Put it in the private chat. Amy, why don't you come on, man? Need some more company, if you want, if it's convenient for you. I'm getting used to her being up here. It's good practice for you, Amy. The more you do it, the more it's like riding a bicycle. After a while, stay on. It's great. Yeah, let's hear the rant of Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur. Criticism of those who are not devotees of Lord Caitanya. This proves our point that we're not in Maya. See, listen to this. Chapter 5, criticism of those devotees who are not devotees of Lord Caitanya. Tom, you read.
Hare Krishna, Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Shri Dvaita Chandra, Jai Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Woo! Amy's gonna come on. All right. I'm excited.
Wow. My mind thinks,
Thomas too. He likes Amy.
oh my God. Only mentioning our name, it makes me crazy.
Tom and we're sweet on Amy. We have to. I think Govinda also. I think Lalita too. Actually, I think we're all sweet.
Not in the same way as Tom. It's different with me. Much different.
Tom especially, man.
Shall I read?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it, man. Give it a shot. Let's hear Pramonananda Saraswati's mood here about the Dieters and the Carolinas of this world.
Criticism of those who are not devotees of Lord Caitanya.
Oh, well, that hits the whole world, doesn't it?
Oh my God. My mind, my mind thinks that a person who has countless pious credits and has completely taken
That's like
shelter.
that guru, that Hare Krishna guru. He thinks he has countless pious credits because look, my lips never touched tea. Ooh, really? Go ahead. We got to personalize everything here.
My mind thinks that a person who has countless pious credits and has completely taken shelter of Lord Hari, does not worship.
These are these good. They're in the sense they're nice guys. They give their lives to Krishna. They do all of that, but still, they just have one problem. They don't admit they're fools. That's the deal breaker. They get, because they study the Vedas and because their lips never touch tea, they're exalted devotees. See? So this, go ahead, continue. Thank you for your service, Mr. Good guy.
Who has countless pious credits and has completely taken shelter of Lord Hari, but does not worship Lord Caitanya, is very poor and unfortunate.
Yeah, and worshiping Lord Caitanya. If you're worshiping Lord Caitanya and he's got the mercy upon you, you will have that consciousness. See, you will understand the glory of that mercy. See, and that's why unless you come to those devotees who have that mercy, you can't understand it. You'll think something else is important, and not that Lord Caitanya is the only meaning for advancing in spiritual life. See, chapter 8 of Adi Lila. You won't understand what that means. See? So as far as I see, the whole world, if they want this amazing grace and amazing mercy of Lord Caitanya, who is the latest incarnation for this Kali Yuga, the latest one, man, giving the most mercy, the most ecstasy, the most purification, the highest treasure than any other incarnation in this universe, more than Jesus in that way. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. Jesus would be very happy about that. Ye shall do greater things than I. Don't you think Lord Caitanya did a greater thing? Yeah. People are so low-minded. And the only way to really become high-minded is you got to get the mercy of the devotees of Lord Caitanya. Proven. I spent 1 month with the most ecstatic devotees on the planet of Jesus, over there in Fort Wayne, and doesn't even hold a candle to this. Yeah, they don't have they're still stuck on, the basic one little message, Nothing about Rasa Tattva, Maya Tattva. Oh, this is devil. They're always fighting with the devil. Always a big fight with the devil. And the devil has no part with the Lord, no part in the whole thing, other than he's just out, they got all these stories that are not clear. They can't understand the analogies. They can't understand what the rebellion is of the devil. The devil is in everybody, practically here. Has to be exercised, which we do, and they do some of that too. But they don't not clear about a lot of stuff. We have all the details here. You're the greatest. Yeah, you're very poor. I see even Christians, you're poor and unfortunate still. Oh, you're fortunate you have Jesus' mercy, okay? You could be more fortunate. You Vaidhi Bhaktas, okay, you're fortunate you got connection with Prabhupada, and some lifetimes you'll make it. Yeah, but you're still unfortunate because you don't have the mercy of Lord Caitanya. Now it's here, right in your face, man. Don't you see me right in your face? Don't you see Lalita in your face? Johan in your face. Govinda in your face. Tom in your face. Even Amy Rose getting in your face.
If you don't know this option, you know nothing.
Yeah, this is the option of options. This is actually the only real option. Everything else is Vaidhi Bhakti. Now, when this is here, drop that Vaidhi, man. Come over here. Well, then stay over there with the goats. The goat heads. You're goat heads and you don't know. See, Daksha, you think Daksha got the goat head? It was just on him? He always had a goat head. He always had it. He was a goat head. Only goats would offend pure devotees of Shiva, just like that Dieter. Only a goat head would go against Lalita, man, and be so mean and condescending. Only goat heads. Only goat heads like Carolina would not want the association of real devotees and think they've got some big ecstasy or something. They got such little anything. See? So anyway, this is uncommon. It's uncommon to hear a guy like Gohari or anybody here in our Sangha criticize and poo-poo everything else. But you know what? That happened 550 years ago, and all this poetry is all about that. This poetry is you're just getting the living version of Prabodha. It's almost like he's speaking here, because that's how it works. You're on, Prabodhananda Saraswati. Give the living version of your book. That's how it is, man. Don't you see? You won't see unless you hear the living version and go through the fire, man. The purification. That's what we're doing, putting those guys, whether they ask for it or not, fire to your nonsense, man. This is the truth, man. Not accepting the mercy of Lord Caitanya was here. You're a fool, number one. That is true. Lord Caitanya came here to deliver the fallen souls. How? Through his disciplic succession, his disciplic line. Not through a Vaidhi line or a Brahmin line, and those who have the attributes of Brahmins and Vaidhi and all of this, and they code it with Raganuga, but they got no Raganuga. Where's the Raga? This is the only place you could see real rasa. Transcendental rasa, transcendental ecstasy, conclusive truth that smacks you and knocks you across the room. That's what, the meaning of Nityananda kicking Shivananda saying. He kicked him with the truth. See? And it wasn't easy to take. But he could take it because he was a real devotee, man. Surrendered it. Oh, thank you. You touched my chest with the truth. Do you think the Dieter would, how do they respond, the Carolina, with the truth, man, that we preach here? You offended me. Offended what? Your false ID doesn't even exist, man. You're lucky we just take that crystallized nonsense, that nothing, and just set fire to it or smash it with the truth. You're lucky we're doing this here. It's your good fortune. It's not every lifetime you get this consciousness manifested again. Yeah. Go ahead, read on there, Tom. Let's see what else.
My God, I was writing it and you said it. It's consciousness. Be sure you are on this side of the street. This consciousness. Gaura Hari Das consciousness. Jaya. Hare Krishna. The pathetic. 32. Pathetic are the followers of Vedic ritual.
Yeah, you see, and you fault me for saying pathetic you are, follow the followers of the Vedic. You're pathetic, man. When this is here, it's okay when it's not here. Fine. What else are you going to do? You got to follow those things or try to. But you're pathetic now. You're pathetic. Your followers follow the Vedic traditions because it's still external bhakti. It's not why Lord Caitanya came here. I can't help it if you still can't take it. That's why Prabhupada preached that, to give you a little bit of a footing on the path. But it's pathetic, man. When this is here and this is being preached, that is really pathetic to continue to follow that path. Well, if you're a pathetic person, continue to follow. And I'm hoping we're reaching into that Sangha. Is anybody, you want to stop hanging out with pathetic gurus, pathetic followers of Varnashram Dharma, pathetic persons whose lips never touch tea? It's pathetic, man. What kind of consciousness is that, man? Pathetic. You need to see these books acted out on the stage of the world, which we do. Isn't it nice? You could just think I'm just playing a part, you know. This is what do you call this? This is the script. See? So I always wanted to be an actor. You know, I thought, boy, I'll never be an actor. But now this is the best, man. So yeah, show me give me my what do you call my lines there, Tom. I'll just repeat. Then you can't say, you, Dieter, you can't, and Caroline, you can't fault me for this. I'm just repeating as it is. You know, you may not accept it, but some people will actually check it in the book, but they're so pathetic. They can't even put their eyes in the book. They're so pathetic writing poetry with no Krishna in there and considering, oh, this is so Krishna conscious. I'm such a great scholar. You're a pathetic person, all of you guys, like that. Go ahead, give me my lines.
Yeah, it's like a teleprompter in front of their eyes, and then they still start speculating.
Yeah, this is really as it is, isn't it? This is so as it is. You read the verse, and I just act it out on stage. Go ahead, give me some more lines, man.
Pathetic are the practitioners of severe austerity.
You know where I am, Raj Group, man. Pathetic you guys are. You have such faith in austerities and renunciation. But look at you, dry as a bone, proud as a pole, man. Proud of your big sticks and your boy, this is great. Proud of your big sticks. Pathetic is your renunciation, your faith in renunciation. Because Mr. Narayan Raj followers, not by austerity. This is a verse. Hear it verbatim. Not by austerity, not by your renunciation, not by your giving up all the world and everything. Do you attain Krishna Vrindavan? No. It's through the devotees like Lalita Ganga and Johan and others here and Govinda who chant the holy names. They're holy. You can see they're holy, man. It's through them and only through them that you attain Krishna Vrindavan. Those who chant the holy names with great ecstatic devotion, which you can see with your own eye, if you get the other one open, because you're looking at the illusions. See? Get them both open. Open sesame. See? Otherwise you pathetic renunciations. Can you imagine? Teaching that is real. That's why I spent a year and a half in Narayan Raj group. No, not even a cent of this kind of bhakti, man. Nothing but pride. Giving proud classes. If you had any bhakti, they would take it away. Took mine away. that association. I found out what association with people pretending to be Raganuga, but are nothing but Vaitis. I became a Vaiti. I wore my white, had a white bead bag, and no realization. Just like them. That's what association does. The Lord put me through it, man. I'm not an inexperienced person. You don't like it, man? Well, I'm going to sit here and relish the ecstasy of Chaitanya Leela with my friends. If I just got 20 friends, how many we got here? 15 friends, relishing the truth. We're going to sit here with 15 friends, and you guys can stay in your pathetic austerities, your pathetic renunciation, your pathetic Vaidhi Bhakti. I'm just repeating Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur. You know why? Because I can. Because of the same consciousness. Because I know that mercy is so fantastic like he did. And I'm here to preach it. And you don't like it, you're pathetic. And that's just the truth. You're a fool. You're a goat head that doesn't know it. And all you have to do is admit, like Daksha did, that you're a friggin' goat head, and then you can have this mercy. Yeah, I'm just preaching. Hey, man, you're lucky we're preaching this, because nobody understands this. They're all preaching the opposite. They're preaching what he's saying is pathetic. They're preaching it as Krishna consciousness. Read that verse again, Tom. I want to hear it.
Pathetic are the followers of Vedic ritual. Pathetic.
There you go. You're pathetic now. Why? Because this is here. The consciousness of Lord Caitanya is here. You're pathetic. You're going to hear it again. I'm just repeating what he said. I always liked this poem. I've been waiting for this time. It took years to come in. I can just he says it, and I just repeat it. I love that. How can you not? I mean, you have to be a real stupid fool not to be able to accept the truth. When you hear it like that, you just write word for word, man. It's just put the vibration with it, the emphasis with it, the magnification of it so that you can get it. People don't think, they think, oh yeah, they read this stuff. They read it, and then they go out and do the opposite and preach the opposite. Unbelievable. No, I'll read this and preach it. I don't care if people don't accept it. It's the truth, right? You don't believe in the eighth principle Gopi, which he was? They're the real acharyas. See, Prabhupada told me, has my full approval what you're doing. Your full approval to do this. I feel it too. You guys feel it also. They all feel it, actually. Their response is showing how those who are covered respond. But Prabodha was preaching it, Why? Because the same Maya was here back then. He had the same challenge, See? And whoever would accept his preaching, they would get in. See, book Bhagavat, devotee Bhagavat, the result is if you accept and you that path and those truths, you go right in. Go right into the kingdom. Oh yeah, you don't need to be detoured by the renunciates out there. The other paths out there. You don't have to be go through the detours. They detour you, right? There, you go right into the kingdom. Isn't that great? You just go right through the verses. That's a real line, is as it is. What do you think Prabhupada said? The real line is you just repeat what Krishna said. You repeat what Krishna is into. I can only get... Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can only get this many on here while I'm preaching. Sorry about it. I'll put you in and out. You can stay there, Jan. I want to look at Amy a little bit here. She's prettier than you, Lalita Madhava. Sorry. I mean, you're a handsome guy, but, We'll get you up here in a minute or two. Okay. Go ahead, Tom. Read on.
Pathetic are the practitioners of severe austerity. Pathetic are the dull-witted fools whose mouths have blossomed with the words, I am Brahman.
See, I am Brahman. It's not only that I am Brahman that way. I am a Brahmana. This is what I am a Brahmana. See, my lips never touched tea or wine or all that. I'm a Brahmana. See, blossom. I'm a Brahmana. See, blossom. Ooh, what beauty. And people think, ooh, wow. See? But compared to the mercy of Lord Caitanya, it's like, what is this? Pride, false ego, still. Okay? See, Lord Caitanya came to give transcendental grace, man. This special potency. It's not of this world. It's not of this universe, man. We're transplanting this here in this universe again. It's been lost. That's why Prabhupada didn't preach it. You see, they held it inside. Bhaktisiddhanta Bhakti, they kept it inside. Now it's time to come outside on their order. Isn't that amazing? This is bona fide. See, the result is up to Krishna. You know, I just here to preach I'm here to, preach Chaitanya Leela, Chaitanya principles. And whoever will accept this, you're very fortunate if this touches your heart and you're attracted here. That means Krishna's letting you in. He's opened the door for you because I'm here to teach, like Jesus said, those who are taught by God, God being in your hearts. I know mine and mine know me. See? Well, it's Krishna knows his. See? And those who are looking for Krishna, you see, they know where to go. See, for this. Otherwise, Krishna is external principles for you. Renunciation. He's everything, man. He's all these forms. But who's attracted to this real form, juicy form of the Lord? See, the ultimate form of the Lord, that's available now. Our shelves are stocked with it, man. This grace of prema, devotion, is the only product we're here that's stocked on our shelves. You don't need anything else. Everything comes from that. Why put any lesser products up there, right, Lalita? Amy? No, we don't need any lesser products. Just we'll put Radha and Krishna there. They're the product, man. See? They want to give themselves to us. See? Great. I'm good with that, but they're not good with that. So we keep preaching. Go ahead, Tom. What else?
Why do we lament for these animals in the guise of men, intoxicated by the taste of things other than Krishna?
See, that's the thing. We're intoxicated also. We're intoxicated by the name of Krishna. We're intoxicated by the truth of Krishna. We're intoxicated by the pastimes of the Lord. See? Those who are not intoxicated with this are an illusion. See? There's Yoga Maya and Mahamaya. Mahamaya still has her hand in Vaidhi Bhakti and renunciations and that kind of stuff. See? Yoga Maya has her hand in love of Krishna, love of God. See, we have our hand there, We're intoxicated. We've gotten that grace. We're here to distribute that grace. Whoever believes in this preaching, whoever you convince just to come here and develop some faith because they see your faith. They see your commitment to this. Yeah. This is why it depends on you also. You are the witnesses. That's why they didn't believe in Jesus. They wanted to see a touchstone work. Well, you got to show that it works. That's why if anybody out there, it's working for you, come show that it's working somehow. show that, that you're a recipient of this grace. If you got the power to, of the Spirit to, it's convincing. People, they're listening to all these people in illusion, some various levels of illusion. They're listening to the renunciates, right? Oh, because they're very prominent. They get up on the stage of the world and they preach, oh yes, Krishna conscious renunciation. See, the opposite of that verse. See, if you're hearing well here, you're hearing the verse as it is. And these verses enter your heart, man, and give you spiritual power, the power to remove the ignorance of people following these other paths, because you start getting intoxicated by these truths. And it gives you the power to preach the truth even in this world and deliver it. You become a deliverer. See, you become like a midwife delivering babies. See, the Krishna baby. Only Krishna, this is his only food. This is the spank on the butt. So he starts crying in people. See, those who are meant to be born, they get spanked on the butt and they start crying. Did you cry for a while there, Amy? Yeah? You still crying a little bit? Oh, yeah. Okay, we'll put Lalita Madhav up. I got to take somebody down here a little bit. I'll take Govinda down for a little bit. We'll keep that. We'll do musical chairs. Go ahead there, Tom. Oh, no, Lalita's turn.
Turn to be put down.
What?
You want me to go up?
No, your turn to read a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, wait a second. Amy, you read a little bit. You got the You got the thing? Oh, you're on the phone. You're on the phone, right? Are you on the computer? Oh, you are. No. Phone, computer.
Yeah,
phone.
I'm on my phone, so I can't really like.
Yeah, you can't do it. Yeah,
it's not gonna work.
You read. Yeah.
Okay.
Soon.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you. Waters with nectar, a stone will never sprout a single blade of grass. Carefully stretched out, a dog's tail will never become straight. A man may reach out his arms as much as he likes, but he will never grasp the moon. A man may follow all the rituals of ordinary religion, but without the mercy of Lord Gora, he will never attain the festival of ecstatic love for Lord Krishna.
That's the essence of the truth that he was preaching, and we preach the same thing, man. You can follow your rules and regulations and all that, and you'll never get this, because this is the only really way to get it, is through those who carry the mercy of the line. And that's the way you get it. Otherwise, you're going to try all these rituals and all this. And isn't that what they teach? Isn't that what they say? Oh, just follow the rituals and automatically you will attain Raghunuga Bhakti, or spontaneous love. See? But that's not the verse, is it? The verse says, no, you need the mercy of Lord Gaur. Oh, your question should be, well, how do I get that mercy now? It's 550 years since he was here. Well, it was that way then even. Not everybody got the mercy directly from the Lord Caitanya. They couldn't understand it. They couldn't get it. They had to get it through his his followers, who were real followers, who had the mercy, that grace, that ecstasy. See, that's your position now. If anybody wants it, they're going to have to get it through you, and that's just the way they come in through you went through the door, you got the grace, and if they don't listen to you, they don't get it. But if they do, they'll easily find the real path. This is the way the Lord has always set it up. This is the way it works with Jesus also. See, so people, they have great faith in all these other paths, but you won't attain this. What's the last sentence there, Lalita?
Go back to it. Oh my God. A man may follow all the rituals of ordinary religion, but without the mercy of Lord God,
Yeah, without the mercy of Lord Gore, you will not attain this. What is it? Continue.
you will
Finish.
never attain the festival of ecstatic love.
Yeah, this is it, man. This festival it's a festival, man. That's what we engage in here. That's what we're showing the world here. This festival ecstatic, isn't it? I mean, is it plain? Is the elephant not in the room or what? See? They got this festival ecstatic love. They got these crazy people out here. They don't understand. This is reality, man. This is truth. This is the way it is. This is the mind of God. This is the truth of the Lord beyond illusion, man. That's why no illusion exists here. We take shelter of the truth. See? That's why they can't come. They take shelter of the illusion. No, the rules and regulations. No, the being a Brahmin is no. You're intoxicated by something other than what we're intoxicated, which gives us the festival of ecstatic love. See?
Tell the pigs that the elephant is in the room.
Yeah. After a while, you're going to see. You watch, you guys. We're going to Dieter and Carolina. We're going to show you that. We're going to take the scales off your eyes, man, so you see the elephant, man, the pink one, pretty pink. Go ahead. Next verse, whatever.
The advent, the advent of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like an expanding ocean of nectar. One who does not collect the valuable jewels within that ocean is certain.
They can't see that this is nectar. Look at that. That's why I say, look at this devotee. Look at this guru. And look at the faces of our followers who come here and follow this message, partake of this grace. Smiles, man, happy. Faces in the index of the mind, smile from their heart because Krishna smile. Wow, Krishna's very happy. Wow, I found the real path. And you feel that way too, because you're his part and parcel of the Lord. He's shown you the greatest path. He showed you the real grace that he came to give 550 years ago. And why wouldn't you smile being a partaker of that grace, man? Puts a big smile on everybody's face. And these guys, look at them, the Narayan Raj group, the Radha, all of them. They didn't find it. And I tell them, hey, man, follow the smiles, man. Follow the blissful smiles of these devotees. Boy, you guys tough cookies. You're tough nuts, man. Hey, you need strong medicine to cure that disease.
Not heads.
Yeah, stop being pigs, in that stuff. That's,
This is the Raganuga etiquette.
This is etiquette. I'm trying to be very nice and sweet. Yeah. Go ahead, read on.
One who does not collect the valuable jewels within that ocean. That ocean is certainly, one who does not collect it, he's certainly the poorest of the poor.
So poverty is not, the mercy was there. Prabodha was an experienced devotee. He knew the value of it. He saw how he advanced personally on that mercy. And it was unknown to many people. So it takes a vigorous preaching of that truth. And whoever simply accepts the preaching, whoever's called to accept the preaching, they very easily get this amazing grace of Lord Caitanya, which is this ecstatic festival of ecstatic bliss, this way of worship. You know, this is the most close you can be with God, is what Lord Caitanya came to give, that grace. Many of us have it here. And it increases more and more. There ain't anything in this whole universe as good as what we have here, unless it's what we have here. Okay? And this is rare. They're very rare. Even look in this world how rare it is. There is not one Sangha that has the symptoms of being able to preach like we do. Preach from the experiential level. You see, we're experiencing this stuff. We're experiencing this festival of love. And therefore, when we preach it, our words have power, man. They're potency here, because you can see you're not with people that are just bragging and exaggerating or lying to you. You actually see a festival of love. That's the elephant in the room, is this festival of love, man. It's right in front of your face. It's as that verses, it's like the living verses. It must be that way, because people just don't get it through the book. It's by the action of the book Bhagavat and the devotee Bhagavat, preaching these concepts that whoever listens, wherever the word can go in, see, produces that festival of ecstatic love. That's the science of self-realization on the highest level, right here, being preached right now by Lord Chaitanya's amazing grace praise, you know, by these devotees here, okay? By you, by your examples, okay? And if anybody wants that grace, they got to come here. It's just like when Jesus was here. This is why people have a hard time. Well, it's just like that. Is when he was here, he was the only game in town. While we are here, we are the only game in town to get the grace of Lord Caitanya. You can prove me wrong. Show me, you know, that these non-drinkers of tea can deliver bhakti like here. Yeah, can't deliver nothing but a bunch of more rules. You people, or by austerities, more austerities for you guys out there. More renunciations, but no festival of ecstatic devotion, right? Oh, they're not interested. You know, this is because your mind is warped by Maya. Your mind is warped by false gurus. They're false if they don't have the mercy of Lord Caitanya. You know, don't tell me you're in the Gaudiya Vaishnava line unless you have this festival of loving ecstatic worship. Now that's the real line, isn't it? Am I exaggerating, or is that just as it is? Is that the true line? Experienced devotees experiencing the mercy of the Lord and showing the world that they have the mercy and explaining what this festival of bliss is. Showing that they've got their some power in their words, because they actually experience what this festival of ecstatic love is, and show you, like Lord Caitanya Nityananda showed you. Why are you accepting any other path? If anybody out there really want this festival of ecstatic love, it's the only way to attain Krishna, because he's only attracted to this festival of ecstatic love. Don't you read? Don't you realize that the Lord Caitanya only liked ecstatic devotion, and ecstatic devotees like Haridas? Weren't they his close associates? Rupa Goswami, who cried in ecstasy and laughed in ecstasy, and Haridas, who cried and laughed in ecstasy. And these devotees here cry and laugh in ecstasy like Haridas did. Is Dieter crying and laughing in ecstasy? How about Carolina and all their other believers? Invitee stuff, everything that Prabodhananda poo-pooed, and we just poo-poo it also. We just put the sound vibration behind the book. Carries a lot of power, man. And look at these guys. They preach the opposite. See? So the real line is what? A real line. See? A line of truth that goes all the way back to Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur, a real Acharya. of the truth. Without the contamination. See, Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, as the lines progress, into the future, they get contaminated because of the mentality of the people. See? So Prabhupada had to preach a little contamination in there, didn't he? What's that contamination? Prabhupada says, Vaidhi Bhakti. Ugh. So and Prabhupada himself says that. That's why you see, I'm not saying Prabhupada was wrong and all that. He was dealing with the mentality of the people. Just like Jesus told. He said Moses, he didn't say Moses was bad or wrong. He said, no, Moses preached these rules, regulations, and mandates because of the hardness of your hearts. Prabhupada preached that way because of the hardness of your hearts. See, I'm preaching for the soft people because we're doing the collection. It's time to collect. Who's ready to be collected? If not, you won't hear this message. You'll think, okay, it's not your time. But it was Lalita's time. It's Govinda's time, right? It's Tom's time. It's Amy's time. It's whoever's here is your time. You know it, right? This makes more sense to you than anything. You prove me any philosophy, Amy, any other one. You're an intelligent girl. What other philosophy is better than this? What other truth is better than this? What other feelings are better than this? We got the best, man. Lord Caitanya is the best. I'm not ashamed to show it and to preach it and its value. Relish it. See? Preach it by relishing it. I love that path. That's it. Show that you're an authority. People say, oh, Gauri, yes, you think you're so authorized. Well, I don't think it. I don't think anything. I just relish. Just show it, man. Just, allow. If the Lord wants it to manifest, spontaneous, I just got here, get my little bead bag out or a song, just this longing, oh Lord, man, let's get together. It's time to rendezvous, huh? Isn't it time to rendezvous? Let's get together, man. We got our friends, man. That's why I just come here, man. The Lord has to come, man, because all these gopis are coming. If these gopis are coming, man, he's going to come, and then I'm going to be able to enjoy this festival. I come here to get purified. Whether I know or know not, I preach for purification. Remember that verse? He wrote, whether I know or know not. Go ahead, Lalita, read it.
Krishna Das Kaviraj, hè?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wrote, he said that in Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Chaitanya Charitamrita, yeah.
Yeah.
So, the golden moon of Lord Gaurachandra now creates great tidal waves in the ocean of love for Lord Krishna. They who will not dive into that ocean, they must find themselves diving instead into an ocean of unwanted deeds.
Yeah, unwanted deeds, man. It's like you're under the modes of nature. He lifts you above the modes of nature. Unwanted deeds happen because of the modes of nature. Even Brahmins, it's not good enough, man, to be a good person and good. There'll be unwanted deeds there. One is you don't partake of this festival. See, you do the deed of blaspheming or criticizing. You can become the lowest of the persons simply because you're a Brahmin. But you criticize, unwanted deed of criticizing ecstatic devotees, like Devananda Pandit did. That was an unwanted deed, man. The proper deed is you appreciate the devotees, you give some respect to their ecstasy and their preaching. Okay? That shows you repented. Otherwise, you have an unrepented heart and you remain in the prison of the material world. Yeah? You're imprisoned by this unwanted deeds. Okay? That's why this is the only real solution, man. Even if people, the Lord's tried to help us, He gives us this ecstatic worship. Even if you have some envy and jealousies in your heart or something, you just keep diving in this ecstatic devotion, and by and by, you'll understand things properly and give up that crap. Because jealousy and envy, what does it do? It puts you against the great devotees. See? It exorcises you out of the association of great devotees. Yeah. So the Lord is very kind here. He gives even ecstasy, even though we may have some faults. Okay? And we keep diving, just keep coming here, keep diving into this thing. Never give up. Never give up. Okay? And by, all the faults of Kali Yuga won't affect you anymore. You won't go against pure devotees out of envies and jealousies. And you just have to endure, persevere. Yeah. Go ahead, Lolita.
A person untouched by these ways is certainly the poorest of the four. Even though they be scholars learned in all the scriptures, those persons who will not accept that Lord Caitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead must continue to wander in this lifeless world of repeated birth and death.
Yeah, and so Lord Caitanya now, how does that show up? Because these devotees now, these gurus, so-called gurus, to me they're just so-called. How does that show up now? Don't accept Lord Caitanya. This is what they don't know. Oh yeah, well, Lord Caitanya comes as his devotee, man. He comes in the form of a devotee, and that it's like big father and son. So the son has the qualities of the father. They partake of this festival that Lord Caitanya partook of, right? So that's how you get it now. Otherwise, you're the lowest of the low because you don't accept this gift. See, it's Satchidananda on the sons of God, the sons of Lord Caitanya, the good sons or the transcendental sons. They are manifestations of Satchidananda. See, they're the form, their form within their body is an awakened spiritual body. That's eternal. See, that's the form. See, the Sat, the eternal form. It's like an eternal container. See, inside that body, while that body is here, material body here, that form of Sat, eternal form, is there, containing what? Ananda. See? Festival of ecstatic bliss. And what else? Conclusive truth. See, so the truth is used so that people can develop faith in the Ananda, the ecstasy. See, and as this is going, and the ecstasy is there so people can become faithful in the truth, the conclusive truth, the real knowledge, transcendental knowledge. See? Bhakti Vedanta. You got to meet a real one, not a fake one with a big stick, faking you out. See? A real Bhakti Vedanta, their spiritual form is awakened, and if they're preaching and not hiding, see, they bring out the Ananda and the conclusive truth, which we're doing, and we're doing it publicly, whether these bullshitters like it or not. These fakes, These fake representatives of the Gaudiya Vaishnava, they're all fakes, every one of them so far. We burst their bubbles. See? I just use these books, man. You know, if you come here, you'll be protected by from their illusions. See, these books, they bust the illusionists. The illusionists, they teach something else other than what Lord Caitanya brought. They show something else than other way. They show this is Krishna consciousness. No. Festival of ecstatic love is Krishna consciousness. And glorifying that festival of love, just like Prabodhana isn't he doing that by word? Yeah, I guarantee you he was doing it by deed also. See, that's why you see ecstatic worship here, this festival of ecstatic love, and you hear the word glorifying it. Otherwise, if you're not showing it and glorifying it, you're not preaching it. See? I may have it, like Bhaktisiddhanta had it and Prabhupada had it, but I might be glorifying something else and showing something else. Look at me, look at Bhaktisiddhanta and Prabhupada, following the rules, regulations, more or less. Prabhupada a little bit less, and Bhaktisiddhanta much more. See? And relishing only in their room ecstatic devotion. Is it a wonder why people don't know what it is or what it is, and why we have this mission to bring it out? What the real mission of Lord Caitanya is? Because if anybody will listen to this mission and this message, you will understand it and you don't take another birth. That's what the scriptures even teach. Those who understand the reason for my descent in this world, the purpose of it. See? Lord Chaitanya's descent is just very easy to understand if you hear it here, and very hard to understand from those who don't show it or preach it. And they're your so-called gurus? No, the guru is the truth that we just repeat. The Lord came here. Listen carefully, everybody, and you'll understand. He came here to relish bhakti, relish the transcendental mellows of these transcendental rasas of the names and the pastimes and the forms of the Lord, and to associate intimately with his devotees, with great happiness he got from this, and at the same time preach this and awaken others to the highest, give this gift of this attraction so people can also worship like he did, like his intimate devotees did, like we do, and like, we share with the world now. Otherwise, you are getting a different message out there. That's why it's many lifetimes, Narayan Raj told you, because you listen to a person who's not bringing this out. He held it in, right? And then preached all these rules, regulations, renunciations to attain Krishna. Here we just bring out, hey, the mercy of the Lord, just take it, man, and just become ecstatic. Receive the mercy of the Lord. Receive the Spirit here. Receive this word. And the Spirit will be born, not of flesh and blood, but born of the word. It's always like that when you find deliverance in this world. Give us a word, Amy. Oops. How did this happen? Oh, there we go. Give us a word, Amy.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Lord Caitanya came to get this festival of ecstatic devotion, and what you're doing, and we're a part of this, a wonderful festival of ecstatic devotion. And it's just like here, I know I heard maybe another person saying devotee, but that their ecstasy has diminished over the years, I guess. Maybe they're in whatever stage they're in. And here this ecstasy doesn't diminish. It's just always ever. We're literally plugged into the outlet where the ecstasy is directly coming from. This direct line of ecstasy from you from here, and we're plugged into it, so they're only ever increasing and ever relishing this love, all happening right here. Everything that we've just read, everything, it's just happening right here. And then I don't understand why so many people path that there's the juice isn't there. It's not happening, and it's not even exactly what's in the book. We read it all the time. This festival of ecstatic devotion, this ecstatic love. I don't understand why that's not the focus over there. It's just kind of weird to me. So I'm just happy that I'm in the right place, and I'm getting the best experience that could possibly be. I have I'm experiencing the highest taste on the highest path right here. And I'm just in happiness and gratitude to be here, giving this to us. You're delivering this festival, and anybody can be a part of it.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
would you not?
Well, that's the thing. It's like with it's like with Daksha and the see they had troubles between the Brahmins and the pure devotees. This has been a difficult thing to tell the difference of what is actually eternal. So the Brahmins in the Bhagavatam are fighting the devotees of Lord Shiva. See, so Lord Shiva carried the pure devotional principle that you should only stand up for. See, if you look at the Daksha versus Shiva, you see that the pastime, the essence of the real truth, is you should stand up, you should pay obeisances and respect to the pure devotional path. The Brahmins, which is the same situation we got now, they're only giving respect and honor to the Brahminical level, or the sannyas level in the Varnashram Dharma. See, and therefore it takes many lifetimes because you still the truth didn't set you free yet. You didn't hear the truth. See, so a situation has to arise like the Bhagavatam. See, the situation is somebody has to be preaching the glories of transcendental truth, which we are. Okay? And this sparks a fight with the mode of goodness, even in religion. See, they follow the principles of religion and all this. And they don't understand, right? They're less intelligent. They're goat heads. You're a goat head. This is what the Prabhupada is saying. Basically, you're a goat head, even though you're a follower of Varnashram Dharma and all that stuff. You're a goat head when the transcendental mercy of Lord Caitanya is here. This is even better than what Lord Shiva brought. This is another level of mercy. This incarnation of Lord Caitanya is phenomenal. Okay? So it sparks a fight. That's why Jesus sparked a fight with the Pharisees, because he brought in the Spirit. The Spirit of God, it creates a scenario here. When it's here, it's not always here, but when it's here being preached and not hidden, it causes a competition. See, the modes, even in the modes, there's a competition. See, between the mode of ignorance and passion, they fight. And that's what makes the modes dance. And then the mode of passion fights with the mode of goodness. Like now, we have a war between the good people and the bad people. So the demons are winning now, just like they won in Prahlad Maharaj thing. And then when Kamsa was here. See, so it's a fight now. See, now this is our time now. See, we're bringing in the mercy of Lord Caitanya. What does it do? Competition. See, the religion competes with it. See, the religion, they think, no, what is this? We don't understand this. This is why they kill the prophets, even the religious people. They didn't have Pharisees. They killed Jesus. They just got the Romans to do it, but it was their idea. The Romans didn't want to kill him, but it was the religious people. See, the ecstatic devotees, they're the ones who bring in the truth into this world. Truth will set you free. This truth here. See, this is the mercy of the Lord. Can you see why Prabhupada, it's just perfect timing, why he would say, yeah, this has my full approval now? Because we have all the books. From his books, he shows me everything to preach. I have the Goswami books too. He had that disciple. These books are translated by his disciple who was inspired by Prabhupada. I know it because I visited him. The guy was 24 hours a day practically translating these Goswami books. He loved them, and he was translating, and his spelling is so bad. And most people neglect, they've got pride. The spelling's bad. Who cares about the spelling, man? I like the concepts, the conceptions are beautiful, perfect. This is one of his translations, I think. Okay, so we have Sorry.
Srila Prabhupada brought all the material, and it's like he said to you, now practice it. Show how to do it.
Yeah, practice and preach it.
Yeah.
Practice what you preach. See? What they're doing, they don't practice what they preach. They're preaching Raganuga, Narayan Raj, and the Radhakumaran. They're practicing. No, they're not. No, they're not practicing. They're preaching something else, or they're preaching, mixtures, but not practicing, not showing the practice of ecstatically relishing the name, because they can't. They're not. You got to have the potency to practice this. You have to get the mercy of devotees to practice this kind of worship. So when you open your mouth and chant the holy name, you're overwhelmed with the spirit of devotion. That comes by the mercy. Otherwise, you open your mouth and you're practicing, but just that's all it is a practice. Vaidhi thing. You're practicing, but no ecstasy. That's all I see. Yeah. Go ahead, Amy. What else?
I was just thinking how this is called the science of self-realization, and it is a science, but like in science class, I guess, they'll tell you the subject matter, talking about all the different points and explain to you like all the principles, but then a class of applied science where you take what you've learned and then you use it, like you do an experiment and you see and then how it what the and I feel like here we're doing like applied scientization, like we're actually taking the whole formula and the process and actually applying it and then showing displays of how it actually works, as opposed to standing up there and talking about philosophy and not applying it, and then not been no application of the process, where the process that you're preaching is really actually being applied. Results are always the same. We're achieving the exact same results each time, just like a formula that works. That's how it would work out and displayed. This is the formula. The formula is applied, and here's the result every time. So we're like applied science of self-realization.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. That's and because the formula works, and we've proven it all the time. It's like when you take the principles of Chaitanya Charitamrita, which are the principles of being delivered into the level to be raised to the spiritual platform, is by the action of the book Bhagavat. See these truths in the book and the devotee Bhagavat. The mellows of devotion are transferred into the heart of those who hear attentively. And it works. This is how it's always worked here. You guys listen to the point of awakening. Sometimes it's a week, sometimes it's 6 months. Like Govinda, it was a process. You cry a lot at first, all this, and then you have this tremendous awakening. Yeah, and if you go on cultivating them, what you got to watch out for, some people, they go away from this, and then they start gradually getting covered, and it's unfortunate. That's what you don't want to make this. If the world, this is such an opportunity, and to not take advantage of this because you're going to work, you lose out, man. Because especially now, that's going to be the big lesson for those who make their family all in all, or their work all in all at this time. You're going to lose it, man. I'm telling you, man. This is, you don't believe it, but you're going to see. It's going to be all cracked up, man. That's what the world is cracking up right now, because we're in that phase. The demons, that's what they do, is they destroy the world. They're destroying this world, and you're trying to create businesses and all that. You're going to see. You're going to be very disappointed, and see what progress you could have made. I've seen this already. People, they went, no, I'm going to go to school, and they gradually, by and by, they just, forget about it, and this and that becomes prominent. And so, anybody who hears this message, you got to just be a little careful, because I've seen this over and over again. You neglect this great gift just to make money, especially at this time. That is the big lesson. You'll see that everything is so hard and difficult, and for what? Here you get this, all else is added onto you. I mean, not that you shouldn't survive. I mean, I do things, but I don't put any faith in that. We could lose it at any time. Go ahead there, Lenita.
Yeah, that's why there is Sunday feast. Jesus also said, "Do this to remember me." You come together, you water your bhakti over and over again. You've got to receive the vibes again to be capable
Yeah. Otherwise, you'll lose it.
To build your building, actually.
Yeah.
To have stones to build your building.
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, you'll see. This is will become weak. You become weak in your understanding, and the Maya is like a fog. She comes right in. She's very powerful. That's why it takes intense. I mean, it's fine to work and do all these things, but don't neglect this water. If you do, you're going to be a loser, man. So if anybody is doing that, you'll be a loser, and you'll see my words are right. That's why you see Fani's coming more regularly. He realizes value now. I think Cole's coming back too. You don't want to neglect this side. This is very rare side. It's like, and people don't like to hear this, but they only think, oh yeah, if Prabhupada was here or Jesus was here, I would always be with them, right? Well, this is even a better chance than being with Jesus. You might as well just tell you guys, because even you don't get it, but it's true. I'm not exaggerating. This is better to be now at this time than with Jesus or Prabhupada. You got this. This is the greatest show of mercy, more great than what Jesus showed, and more great than what Prabhupada showed. And I'm not saying I'm better than them. I'm just part of that family, man. And that family is on an increase of mercy. And not to take advantage of that, you are a big, not understanding things as they are. Go ahead, Lilita, what?
It's better spread than with Lord Caitanya even, because it's all over the world thanks to technology.
I mean, yeah, exactly. The potential is there. Yeah, few at first will come. And that's why some people leave. They think, oh, you're like Jesus. Well, hey, man, you got to be a real guru, you got to be like Jesus. You got to be like Prabhupada. You got to be like Rupa Goswami. You got to be like Sanatan. You got to be like part of that family, man, and prove it. So how do we prove it? Well, people are getting ecstatic love here. People are understanding the deepest things that have never been revealed before. Because we're part of the real family of the transcendental Lord. We're part of that mission of God. See, and to say, oh, you're trying to be like Jesus, well, it must be that way. If you have a bona fide, I mean, we have a high standard of spiritual master here. High standard of spiritual master is really Lord Caitanya is in you, working as you to deliver people. See? As you, Satchidananda is that Lord, man. And surrender as a devotee is being used by that Satchidananda Lord to deliver the world. And if you have a hard time with it, well, let's get your false ego out of here. Let's get it up. You know, but that's true. This is not some material cult or anything. This is a spiritual cult. It actually works. People do get ecstatic love here. So I could say the truth if I want to. You need to hear the truth. You need to see what you're missing out, not by coming here, when this is being offered by the Supreme Lord. How stupid it is to reject it or not take advantage of it. Or people that go to Jesus too, they think, oh, I met with Jesus and everything. You're going, and yeah, much better than what Jesus brought is here. And he led me here into this, preaching, into taking part of this. And I'm taking part of this. And you say you go back to Jesus or something. Yeah, what are you going back to Jesus? Or are you going into the association of devotees who only have that level of understanding? When you can have this association with this level of understanding. Huh. Come on. And the more you come here, the more you'll realize that this is top notch, man. Lord Caitanya is top dog. His realizations are top notch, highest of the high, deepest of the deep. His mercy is the greatest of the greatest. You don't even have to fully surrender here to get it. People just come here and they want to check it out. They get all kinds of rays. With Jesus, it's usually full surrender, man, before you get anything. Lots of petitioning. And even when you got some mercy, you're fighting with the demon, warring with the demons, man. Your whole life, you've got this spiritual warfare, always fighting the devil, man. Well, here you might fight for the while, the devil inside you, but gradually and quickly you overcome that, and there's nothing to fight. Because the Lord takes over and the devil will dare not mess with devotees that are fixed in the truth. Yeah, I tell you, the devil, or Maya, whatever you want to call it, is afraid of the devotees of offending them. She knows what we're doing here. She knows our commitment here. She knows the power here. She doesn't mess with it. When you're here, you are lucky. You don't get messed with. If you have faith, of course. You stay for a while, you'll get the faith. Why not? It's very true what's going on here. Very real. More real than anything else. Ooh. Am I mean machine today, huh? Come on, Dieter, get your butt up here. We need some target practice here. Sharpen our pencils, and you're the sharpener. No, we're the sharpener. We're gonna poke you with our sharpened pencils. Boom. Pop your bubbles. Carolina will pop you. Let's see what kind of ecstasy you have here. Bring it on. Let's see this ecstasy she's got. Ooh, and I got the. Let's see. I want to see it, man. Don't you want to see it, Lily?
Where will we meet now? Come on, shall we meet?
Well, come on, man. Let's show us this grand ecstasy. That's what the Narayan Raj group did with me. They never came to one class. But I was a little naive back then because of Krishna, you know. And they said, you can't have, you should come. It's so ecstatic. I go over there, nothing but Vaidhi. Dry classes, boring, lot of speculations. See, and how do you know? Look at Dieter. He's saying, "Oh, you should come to the Narayan Maharaj group. So much bhakti, so much." And then the person whose lips never touch the wine or tea. Oh, he's so rasic and so. See, I already learned my lesson. You think I would pay to go a trip to Vrindavan to see him? It's like going to the Jagannath temple just not to be turned away. I might go to Vrindavan, just go to Vrindavan, but definitely not to see him. He's the guy who needs to come and see us. We're his hope to get realized in this life. Otherwise, this mercy passes him by, and he will die with his concept, this level, like the Jagannath temple thing. Oh, you got to have an Indian body to go in there. Yeah, small-minded, really. You know, people die. What you bind in this world, if you're not clear, I mean, what's our fault? We preach clarity. We preach the real path. We show the real path. This is more real than what you're going to see anywhere that I've ever seen. You know, what you see is what you get. What you hear is what you get. And our message is not a Vaidhi one, not a renunciation one. Hey, what you see is this ecstatic devotion. You know, that's what you get. What you hear is the glories of ecstatic devotion. That's what you get. Very one-pointed. That's why our pencils are sharp and to the point, like a laser. We point out the essence of the truth. You got to be a real nincompoop not to understand what we're talking about here. What do you think, Amy?
Yeah, exactly. It's all here. This is the festival of ecstatic devotion. It's right here, and just take a piece of the pie. You got the whole enchilada, and just come on and dip your chip in, and have some. Yeah, I mean, it really is. It's being applied, and that's the main thing. I mean, the proof's in the pudding. It works. It is being applied. Whether some people want to say he's not following the formula, we'll say that. And those people, by the way, don't listen and give you a chance to see what happens here, to like experience what we know because we are here experiencing it. They're just over there out of their own speculations without even just because, oh, he's wearing a t-shirt or he doesn't have a big stick. I mean, it's so ridiculous. I think at the end of the day, it's just so silly. We know we're here. This is happening real. It's this is the mercy of all mercy. I mean, this is everything that everybody wants. It's right here, and give it a shot and open up their ears and their minds and hearts and just allow it, just wait to come in, because they're blocked with their own pride and their own thinking that they already know everything. Oh, I've heard this and I read that, and this is the right way. Oh, well, why do you think that's the right way? Does it work for you? Have you seen it? No, nothing's even happening. So that they have all this, that they're the guru, basically. They're all walking guru who knows everything, yet they don't even experience it themselves. They can't have anybody else experiencing it. They can't deliver it to anybody else because they're not experiencing it, but still they're feeling that they already know. And that's all just ego, false ego, pride. So typical, classic textbook pride. And all they have to do is just leave your pride at the door, or your ego at the door, come sit down and listen, and boom, everything you've wanted, everything and then the person will say, oh wow, I was so silly for not accepting, for thinking everything, and as it turned out, oh, I really didn't know anything, which is, people are always thinking that they think when the proof is right there in their lives and in what they say and in everything that they don't know. So I don't know. It's just, come on down, hop in already.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what we hear. You know, this Sadhu Sangha is so that we get clear. We help clarify for everybody. This by talking about Krishna and talking about these truths. After a while, the atmosphere gets more purified, you know? And we get more, it's like a pep talk, you know, we get really, you know, more life, more energy. We get out there and it's like, you know, like a huddle. You know, you go on a field, you get to go in a huddle, man, you're talking about strategies and all that stuff. Okay, let's go. Then we get out there. Yeah. What do you think there, Lolita?
Well, I think even for the Gentiles like me, it's very interesting to hear that blaspheming on the devotees, because that's how you attracted me. I heard the word Pharisee. I couldn't understand what you were saying, but I knew that story from far, far away, and I heard that proud and and I saw and I recognized the Jesus strip again in your preaching. Even that is so powerful for me. That is so powerful to share with the world, that they hear that this false and this religious thing and those rules and hard-hearted and all those things, and then those, and I'm seeing those crazy ones who are extremely happy and like this and just relax, completely happy. Yeah, it's attractive actually to hear your ranting and these explanations. So it's you attracted me by it.
Yeah. Well, the Jesus trip is not just Jesus. It's always that way. It was a Lord Caitanya trip. He came ranting and raving and all, yeah. You had all these moods and they're all beautiful. And if you're a devotee, you like them, you know? And if you're not, if there's something non-devotional inside, you get purified. Yeah. So, yeah.
It was very purifying to hear the vibrations of that truth, to distinguish it. The vibrations, Guru Maharaj, even
Yeah,
not
yeah.
understanding the language was so. You asked Clarita Madhava. You asked funny. She saw me running to the bathroom with my computer. She saw through the window. She saw it. Yeah, she saw, "Oh, Larita, what are you doing?" Yeah,
Wow.
it couldn't miss a minute. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm that way too. Like if I'm listening to your class or something, I'm walking around the room, I carry the phone, I make sure, and if I'm putting water on, it makes too much noise, I put yeah, I don't want to miss a moment of truth, because every word from devotees inspired by devotion is so important. It's only these Vaidis who don't consider it important. See, because they're just projecting, they're covered over by ignorance, and their ignorance they think is important. That's just, everything's crazy in this world. It all comes down to the mercy of Lord Caitanya coming through our line here. Whoever will accept it, you're the most fortunate persons in the world. You know why? Is that a big ego thing? No, I feel that way. I feel I am most fortunate person receiving this mercy and to share this mercy. And if I see people getting it, like Amy, I'm just so thrilled that she receives the mercy like that, and she's gets so much benefit, and now realizes it and is preaching it. And it's just like amazing to me. I feel so blessed, And it goes, of course, all of you are, just I don't have to, you guys figure it out.
Yeah, being witness of an awakening is a present for a devotee.
Yeah. So it's great. Hey, Govinda, what do you think? You look a little intoxicated.
Yeah, I'm really intoxicated. Lots of things are in here. Totally inspired by the classes you're giving, and Lita saying, yeah, that's attractive, that standing up for the illusion. It's like, imagine if you did a pantomime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu going in that pastime of Devananda Pandit. Do you mind if I rip up your book? You know, that it's not like that bhav, is it? It's just kind of or Jesus in the temple, you know, turning the tables over. He didn't ask permission. He just did it because it needs doing. You're doing it because it needs doing. And I was also remembering when you was giving classes from Dhamsala, somebody come in on the SMS, text message, and was starting dissing what you was doing, you know, just like they always do. Instantly, there was a roar of thunder from the Himalaya. It was amazing. It was so amazing. It was so just dancing around the articulated lorry that we were living in, off-road one. Boy, Amy's so inspiring. She's inspired me to go back into the rooms to preach to people the modes of nature in Narcotics Anonymous. Just so inspiring, man. Just to see her face, how devoted she is, following the path. Man. Also, I was that pastime of Shiva dancing when Narada Muni visits him. I was also feeling that bhav. You know, Bhumi, Mother Earth, was coming along, and she got Parvati to stop Shiva's trance. Because, like what you're saying, there's no point. In the Bible, also speaks of this time is not a time to earn money or overly or have children. It's a destruction. Shiva's dancing. And also, I was thinking of how much Jesus knew Krishna Lila for those who've got eyes to see. What you bind in this world, you bind in the next. I'm always thinking of Mother Yasoda binding Krishna. And it's so obvious. It's so... But people are blinded by the Maya and divided, so they can't think straight. What you're doing is great because it's that division. Jesus spoke of that division. That's a necessary division, not the division that the demons in the world make. Catholic, Protestant, bullshit and all this stuff. No, it's just a divine division, you know. It's beautiful, Guru Maharaj. It's so beautiful. I like Amy said. Yeah.
I mean, we gotta create the division, because if things are not divided, you cannot understand their place. See, that's the problem. They don't know what is ecstatic devotion, what is the mercy of Lord Caitanya. They think it's renunciation. So we gotta say, no. See, the book is making a division. So we just put the voice to it. We put a vibration to it so that people can begin to understand that yeah, you know, there's renunciation. That is not, that's not it. It's the mercy of Lord Caitanya, and then renunciations, austerities come, but they're not even like austerities. Like this is an austerity, get together, 2 hours, you know, to listen to a class, you know, this is, I tell you, they can't even have classes 2 hours. The people can't do that austerity. And you go to a temple, you see, you won't find a class over 45 minutes, and they're waiting for prasadam. I know, I've been to them. You know, they're just sitting there, you know, like, okay, we're putting in our duty, man. But the classes are not interested, because it's just about rules. The Lord is bored. He's sitting here sleeping. Yeah, here, this excites the Lord, man. Yeah, we got to make a division between ecstatic devotion, ecstatic devotees, ecstatic principles, and principles that are not devotional. You know, Vaidhi Bhakti is external devotion. I'm just preaching what the Lord preaches now. And they, because there's no voice to that, what they read in a book, they continue on not understanding. Yeah, so that's what we do. You know, we just, we make a division. And what did Jesus say? I came here to make the division. See? You want to come into the kingdom? Come listen to this word. Can you hear this word out there? Are there anybody in that Vaidhi community that's worshiping Krishna? Are you ready for a word like this? Do you see the faults in following those who have not realized Krishna? Do you see there's some fault in that, right? Can you see that by being with devotees who have realized Krishna is the best path? Yeah. Bhagavad Gita 10:10, worshiping the Lord in loving ecstasy. I give them the right understanding. Wouldn't you want this understanding that we have? I give them real knowledge. Wouldn't you like this real knowledge that we have because of our prema worship here? Can you imagine? They don't even have prema guru. See, we got to make a division. That is not a prema guru, any of them. I haven't found one prema guru. And here is, and this is why. We show you why. Prema is you chant the holy name with great ecstatic devotion. That's going on here. It's not going on anywhere else. So there's a division there. You need to know that division. Otherwise, you think it's all the same. Or Gohari is lesser because he has a t-shirt on. Well, we have ecstatic devotion in the midst of us. Yeah, we have conclusive truth that comes from that. This is real Krishna consciousness. This is the perfection of it. You want to perfect your Krishna consciousness? Better come here. Otherwise, you're not clear. See? So we make a division, of course. You know, you could be an Uttamadikari, but if this needs to be taught, you might have to come down to this level. You know, and make such distinctions because they need to know. They don't know. Oh, really? You know, somebody oh, really? That makes sense. Ecstatic devotion. Yeah, that's what the book even teaches. Yeah, let me follow the book and the devotee. And then you get the result. And then you really know, right? Because you follow the book, because now you heard it from the devotee. Now you're in the real line. Quickly the result comes. Devotion in your heart awakens. Realizations. And now you walked in the door. You get the transcendental grass. You get stoned on the name. And then you call others to come in the door. Easy peasy. Makes it easy, doesn't it? Okay, I think you got something to say, Tom?
Yes. You make this division and you make the connection, the real connection. It's the same movement.
The highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of everybody. Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
Yeah. I lost my train of thought.
Sorry about that.
Oh my God. I feel so much love here, and it's really like coming into the real live stream, into the real Chaitanya, living force, character, nectar. Yes, it's I don't feel attracted anymore to this world, to this material world. This is just like an end game or an after class after the chaotic. This is really coming home after the world of speculations. Yes.
Yes.
That's all. It's simple. I don't want to leave.
Yes. Okay, good. I feel like I need a break. I'd like to ask from Jan, but I know he'll start talking. It'll be a long thing. And I'm going to give you like 2 minutes here, Jan. Go ahead. You want to share something?
I don't think he heard you.
Oh, he didn't heard. Okay. All right. Hey, let's play the song, and I'm going to take a nap because I got up extra early today.
He looks blind already.
sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. We're Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Sun, 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 here we come. 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 We're coming. We're coming. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. It's alright.